Aloha! I'm Eric Anderson, pastor of Church of the Holy Cross, United Church of Christ in Hilo, Hawaii. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about the 5th chapter of Matthew's Gospel, the continuation of the Sermon on the Mount. That began, as we heard last week, with the Beatitudes, that series of blessings. It continued with Jesus first saying to his listeners, "You are the light of the world, and a city on a hill cannot be hid, so let your light shine." Jesus then said that he had not come to abolish the law and the prophets, but to fulfill them. The ancient law, the wisdom and the guidance of the prophets was still relevant hundreds of years after they had been given or spoken to the people. And so it's worth remembering some of the things that it says in law and prophets that I think do represent that true light that can be seen as it shines from a hill. A lot of people will tend to tell you it's all about idolatry, about worshiping foreign gods. And indeed, the law and the prophets were concerned with these. The law and the prophets, however, were also concerned with the way that we treat one another. Over and over again, the prophets raised the question, what is happening with the widows and the orphans? What is their condition? It is the welfare of the most vulnerable in a society that measures how well it is following the directives of God. If the widows and the orphans are suffering, if the foreigner among you is oppressed, if people are cheating one another in the businesses and the marketplaces, if they are lying to one another, well, that is a measure of a society that is failing to keep the Word of God. So many things we shortcut. And I'm not talking about dietary regulations or things like that. I'm thinking about the ways that we'll kind of let things slide and not insist upon a real diligence in our own ethical behavior. Those are the kinds of things that Jesus was concerned about. Jesus always raised the bar. He increased the challenge. So for us, I think the question is not just how are the widows and the orphans doing, but how are those other people who fit into groups that are easily dismissed, disregarded, dishonored? How are they doing? And if they're not doing well, then we as a society are not doing well in fulfilling the will of God. That's what I'm thinking. I'm curious to hear what you're thinking. Send me an email or leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. From Church of the Holy Cross, UCC in Hilo, Hawaii, that's what I'm thinking.